Hello my gorgeous makeup loving friends, how's it going? Welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, hi, my name is Teresa. Today I'm doing a little collab with my lovely friend Chloe Demure. She also goes by Save the Victory Roll on like Facebook and on Instagram. I'm going to put all of her details down below in the description box. It's almost becoming like a week of collabs. I don't hate it. So what we decided we would do is we both died, and I mean died, deceased, when we saw that Dagger Beauty came out with this beautiful creation. It's a liquid lipstick. This is in the shade Lucifer because we are both red lipstick hoes, and I mean, let's be real, it looks very much like the Christian Louboutin packaging, but at a fraction of the cost. This is something like $20. So she got her paws on it and sent it on to me, which I very much appreciate, and we decided we would do a little collab on this lipstick. So the whole thing was to do a makeup look inspired by this lipstick. Now, I wanted to go with something that was a little bit gothic, a little bit romantic, but simple, because to kind of like juxtapose it against the complexity of this packaging. That was my rationale. And also I'm tired and I've glued so many things to my eyelids in the last while that I'm like, I physically can't. So this is the look that I came up with, and we just have like a little chat and I tell you a little bit more about Chloe and why she is awesome, and I also tell you my thoughts on this liquid lipstick, which, by the way, like the packaging alone just makes me feel powerful. Like, you know, I can control people, but like in a sort of a Sims way, but better. I do miss the Sims, and I can't play it anymore because I spend too much time playing it and I lose days. But one day I'll get to play it again. That's the dream. Went off on a tangent. Anyways, this is what the whole video is about. This lipstick and doing this look and chatting about Chloe. So, as I said, if that is something you are interested in, then this is the video for you. Hooray! Do please keep on watching. So I figured I'd do like one eye off camera just to figure out what I was doing, you know, beforehand. And we'll just get into it. I am using a bit of eye primer to be perfect. I'm just gonna smoosh that into my eyelids. So Chloe is a friend of mine. I know her by her actual name, but I'm going to refer to her as Chloe because that is like her pin-up name, Chloe Demure, which is quite cool. She, like I met her through Mrs. Patreon, and she's Canadian, obviously, and I love watching her videos. There's something very soothing about them. She is also a great lover of red lipsticks, so I appreciate that. Her general aesthetic is like pin-up, so like she has just this very classic, cool, interesting style. Low-key kind of want to be her. I'm using this Suva 420 brush, and I'm going into my Nabla analog palette, and I'm using camera roll. I know, who'd have thought? And anyways, just gonna pop it on there. One of the things I really like about her makeup aesthetic is that she just goes for it. She's like, meh, I like this, I'm doing it. And she's been going a lot more for like colourful lipsticks and stuff recently, which I've really been enjoying. Of course, I will always enjoy a classic red on her. She goes by Save the Victory Roll as well, and that's partly because like she started off like doing all about hair, because by the way, she has the most amazing like hairstyles. She like does these classic pin-up looks, and she's really into like vintage clothing and stuff. And she actually talked in a recent video of hers, which was a get ready with me, about like her collecting vintage clothes. And I was like, yeah, I can imagine it must be really difficult because I am also plus size. Like I think I'm bigger than her though. She looks quite petite. Not that it's not a competition, like whatever, a body's a body. But I used to, like, I tried to thrift, but I find it very difficult because there's not really stuff in my size, and if it is, it's just not to my taste, which is very, very annoying. But she was talking about, you know, how difficult it can be to get vintage clothing, but that she's found quite a few, and I was like, oh, very nice. I love her style. It's just very cool. I kind of like, I want to be her, if I'm 100% honest. She also has two cats, one of which is like part Maine Coon I mean, that's just living the life that I want. I'm using this Morphe M433 and I'm going into the Lois Cosmetics Meet Me in the Underworld, and I'm going into the shade Tragic Love. Sorry, I smashed the mirror on a trip to Dublin, because that's apparently the way my life goes. But yeah, she has two cats. One is Miss Edith and one is Abby, and oh, they're just so cute, like so cute. One is, like I said, part Maine Coon, and the other one is like a little tuxedo cat. I say little, it's actually a chunk, but like, you know, whatever. And they're both like 15, and she's rescued them, which I'm like, yes, I love it when people rescue cats. She goes through like the whole story of it, and I was like, yes, I love this. It makes me so happy. So yeah, she's like really into cats, really into makeup, kind of that cool vintage style. So yeah, I've ended up annoying her and being like, be my friend, and now she's kind of stuck with me. You know, she appreciates like indie brands. We both also like ended up getting the Menagerie Cosmetics Annette palette, because again, similar sort of aesthetics. We just go for the same sort of things. And now I have this Jessup 230. It's a Luxe pencil, and I'm going into the best black that has ever existed, Underworld. I'm just saying, I'm just like waving randomly. I don't know what the camera's picking up. Who knows? And I'm just gonna pop that there and along here. But yeah, she's just she's very, very cool. And I hope at some point she gets to come over to like Ireland, the UK, etc., so that we can hang out. I just think she's very cool. And she was talking a lot in her videos about like how she doesn't use filters and stuff, and I'm like, yes, because the more and more I'm kind of like getting into like watching YouTube and being on YouTube, the more I appreciate it when people don't do that. I'm just taking a Morphe brush and I'm going to take a bit of Underworld and pop it on there. But I really appreciate it when people don't do that, because like when they don't use filters, because then I can actually see how products perform. And like I said, she's into a lot of the same sort of things that I'm interested in. Like she recently bought some stuff from Minty Makeup, which is an LGBTQ black owned business. It's actually run by somebody who's transgender. And I was like, yes, I'm so jealous because I so want to try from them, and I love their ethos, I love what they stand for. And she just created some really nice looks from that, so I get to kind of live vicariously, which I appreciate. So yeah, just like she's a small channel, but I think she should get a lot more hype, because she's just great. She's a little older than me, not by much. We're practically sisters, is what I would say in terms of age. But I always like seeing like diverse age ranges on YouTube, because it can't all be like 18-year-olds with like skin without wrinkles and stuff, because I'm like, lads, I'm 31 and my skin is already betraying me completely. So do check her out, she's rather excellent. So we had decided, we had gotten this Dagger Beauty lipstick, which is like such a dupe for the Christian Louboutin lipsticks, which by the way I saw recently in TK Maxx for €69.99, and I was like, I am not buying it for that amount. Like I kind of half wanted to get it to just compare it to this and just see like how much they duped it, but I think it's just like the packaging. But I thought it was really interesting. So we both died over this coming out, because I was talking about it on releases and rants, and Chloe was like, we need to get it. So they weren't delivering to Ireland, but she had a friend in the States who sorted it out, and she hooked me up because she's excellent. And she also sent me on some other goodies, which I'm going to be trying on as well in this, because like it's a whole look video type thing. But yeah, I'm excited to do this. So we kind of said, hey, we'll do like a Gothic sort of a look, which I'm here for. That's, you know, something that I quite enjoy. I probably needed to bring the other colours out a bit more. If I'm honest, I probably could have sat here and blended this for the rest of my life, because apparently that's what I'm doing. I'm just taking this Juvia's Place brush and I'm going into the shade Poetry here. So yeah, we both figured we'll do like a sort of a Gothic sort of a look, And yeah, I'm kind of here for it. This is about the third collab or something I've done with Patreons in the last week or so. So I'm loving that. Again, it's all about the community and, you know, hanging out with people, and I really enjoy that. And I'm gonna say it now, I want to do collab with Chloe again for when we both get our Menagerie Cosmetics palette. Like, I'm just saying. I'm taking this Morphe M562 and I'm just going to swish here, because I'm interested to see what it is that she's going to do with that palette as well. So I'm here for it. Totally here for it. And then I have a Jessup 237 and I have this Sample Beauty pigment. It is YMC. I'm going to take a little bit of it. Just a smidge, just a dash. Some might say. I'm gonna end up smooshing it everywhere, aren't I? Oh well. And popping it in there. And again, that's what the M562 is going to be used again, just to smoosh that out a bit more. I wanted to do kind of a reddishy look because the lipstick is red as well. So this was the vibe I kind of wanted to go with, if that makes sense. So I have then this like little liner brush, and I have the Suva Hydra FX in Bomb AF, and I put water into it earlier, so it should still be okay. Yeah, it is, it's fine. And I did some little dots along the inside, so I'm gonna do that again. So as I was waiting for that to dry, I just used a little bit of Urban Decay Black Market on the waterline, or on the tight line rather, just to make it look like I could do things. I still have to wait for that to dry further. So now I'm just using this Collection Graham Crystals Dazzling Gel Liner. It's in this silver colour, and I'm just gonna line here, because I still have to kind of do some extra bits for the little dots. This is such a good liner, by the way. Like, I full on really enjoy Collection. Like, I think they need to come out with more of these. There we go. I mean, look at it. It's crazy pigmented. It's bananas. In the best way, like in a really nice way. And then what I did was I took this Urban Decay glitter liner, and it's Sticks and Bones. And I took that and I've just kind of dotted it into each of those little red bits, just to kind of give some extra dimension. So that's it for the eyes. I'm just going to go and put on false lashes, and I'm going to put on a little bit of foundation, etc. But we'll come back because I have a couple of like bits and pieces that Chloe sent me on, and we'll obviously do the lip together as well. Hurrah! So I just put on a little bit of foundation, did a little bit of contouring, put some concealer on, and did my brows. Nothing major, figured, meh, you're not going to miss it. But I have to do the under eyes now, so that is the next part. So still with the Lois Cosmetics, and I'm very much looking forward to playing with this. So I'm hoping this is an okay-ish one to use. I'm using the Jessup JE03 blender, and I'm going into Tragic Love, which is that red again, sort of that berry shade, and going to bring it down here. I realise I haven't brought the silver to be like, what's the word? It's not like equal on both sides, like it's thicker here than it is here. So I may actually take my life into my own hands and make this a bit thicker. That's rectified that situation, she says, hoping. Anyways, going back in and just popping that down below. I have used powder, by the way, on my face. I used the number 7 pressed powder in translucent. So it is looking a little bit manic, but you're like, it's grand, like it's not a big deal. And I'm using this Jaclyn Hill Morphe brush, and I'm going into Underworld, which is the black again, and in that here. And then I'll obviously be like blending that a little bit more. That's what the little blendy brush is for. Now I have the M562, the Morphe, just FYI, and just going to swish about here. Should be grand, nothing major. Just a little blend. And I think I'm going to use one of the Beauty Bay liners on the waterline. I think it's called Cushion, if I remember correctly. It has like this kind of burnt orange metallic sort of a sheen to it, and I quite like it for this. Like, I think it'd work quite well. So this is Cushion by Beauty Bay, and I'm just going to pop that into the waterline. So then Chloe also sent me on 2 Moira Cosmetics pieces. So one is the Bronzed Goddess Duo, and then the other one is a Blushing Goddess Duo. So I'm going to go first into the Bronzed Goddess Duo, and it's in Caught in the Sun. And I'm going to, well, I have to take off the wrapper because this is the first time I'm using it. I wanted to try Moira for a while, so I'm really incredibly grateful that she sent this on. So I'm just going to take this, I think it was a Blush Tribe thing, and just swishy. But I don't want too much bronze because I do want to be a little bit gothic. I don't really tend to put a lot of bronze on myself anyways, because I think it looks a bit weird on me. Like, it doesn't suit me. Don't know why, it just doesn't. Like, sun was never really meant to touch my face. And she also got me this Blushing Goddess Duo in Cheeky Romance, which looks like this. So again, taking the little wrappery thingy off that. Now what I think I'm going to do with this is actually go into the 2 and blend them together on the one brush. Shake off the excess, you big idiot, and just pop that there. Yeah, I think it blends quite well with this look. Like, it makes sense, vaguely. That's what I've told myself anyway. I have to put it up there as well. And then I know that Manuela, or Chloe rather, was saying she puts a bit on her nose, and I'm like, yeah, I'll do that too, because I'm cool. Just like Manuela. Chloe, sorry, her like pin-up name is Chloe, but I also know her as Manuela, and I get a bit confused, so bear with me. So I'm using the highlighter as well from the Golden Goddess one, and I just have this brush from, I think it's Bare Minerals. And yeah, there we go. It's pretty light. It's not exactly a blinding highlight, but that's all right. What I'm going to do is take a bit of setting spray. This is the general trick. Setting spray, and then go into your highlight, and you'll find it'll pop a little bit more. There we go. That'll do. Probably could have used an icier one for this, but sure, look, whatever, it is what it is. I also could have probably, I think, blended the red out a bit more, so I'm gonna do that and blend it on the under eye. So I've pretty much done the look now, so I just have to add the lipstick. So this is the Dagger Beauty liquid lipstick, and this is in the shade Lucifer. Very excited. And it is, I think, a dupe for the Christian Louboutin packaging, but like a fraction of the cost. So I'm excited to see how this is going to look. I'm kind of surprised that dries down like really quickly, the whole thing. So I'm gonna feck off now, and I'm gonna do my hair, put on some earrings, and we'll just have a little chat and you can see the finished look. Hiya! I always feel a bit more put together once I've like my hair done and some earrings on. They're really cute. I got them on Shein. So this is the overall look, and I wandered off and I've had this lipstick on for a while now. Maybe about an hour, something like that. It dries down really quickly. I was really surprised. Like, it's almost like an instant drying, but it's quite comfortable. Like, yeah, it's nice. Like, I like the formula. The packaging, super, super cute. I'm gonna zoom you into the eye look to see what you guys think of it. Like, it's not like my most amazing work, but like it's fine. I kind of like it. I wanted to go for a gothic, romantic sort of a look that was minimal effort. So I'll zoom you guys in now. I mean, it's definitely a chaotic look. Like, there's so much shadow. It's everywhere. Yeah, I mean, I don't hate it. I don't think it's the best thing I've ever done, but obviously the shadows all blend really well, so like, hooray. Yeah, this was my own like little take on something inspired by this lipstick. I think it kind of vaguely makes sense. A little bit gothic, a little bit romantic. I guess now we're on to a little chat about this. I haven't tried these enough to really review them, so I won't be talking about that. But I loved this. I thought this was really nice. It's so aesthetically pleasing. I feel like a bad bee, you know, like I could just have control over people's lives, like in The Sims, but better. Yeah. God, I love The Sims, but I can't play it anymore because I lose hours, days of my life if I'm 100% honest. I would give this a 10 out of 10. I really like it. You know the general drill though. Go over to Chloe's video. I'll link her channel down below. See what she did. See how she was inspired by this lipstick. See her thoughts on it. All that general jazz. Do please like, comment and subscribe. Do please turn on that notification bell, because you can find out more videos of whatever it is that I'm doing, and I promise I do better things. Maybe, possibly, who knows. Do please share, because sharing is caring, unless of course it's an STD, in which case, you know, wrap it up, don't be gross. But that's it, that's the end of the video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.